Như bên đây ra ngoài cho nó học bài. Không phải đi.
Hi guys, can we turn on our camera? Vincent, Zun, turn on your cameras, please. All right, thank you. How are we doing today? So. Nobody has anything to say? Wow, all right. Well, so we are going to kind of review our topic or what we did on Tuesday, and then we are going to we're going to look at our prompt, or what our topic was. We're going to do our debate. We'll review the process of how debate goes. And then we will introduce our next topic for this week. We do have some new friends who are joining us today. So you guys, for a little bit, you might just have to listen and follow along while the others present their assignment from last week, but it'll give you an idea of how we do things. Okay? And we'll have you join in and join in where you can. Yes? Okay? Okay. All right. So last week, or last class on Tuesday, we had talked about, should students be allowed to sell snacks at school? And that was the question that was presented to you guys for homework. And you were to come up with 2 reasons why students should be allowed to sell snacks at school, and 2 reasons why they should not be allowed at school. So let's do a little bit of the context and like the background of where this came from. In mid 2017, a 15-year-old student in a London school was stopped from selling snacks, drinks, and sweets to his fellow students. The report says that he had a small snack empire. What do you think this means? Oh, small snack empire. What does that mean? Anybody, somebody just say, what do you think it means? Don't worry about raising your hand or whatever, just speak out. Nobody knows? Okay, so an empire is kind of like a really big business. like a really big and successful business. Okay. So this boy is 15. Vincent, how old are you?
8,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, I thought you guys were close in age. So this boy was about your age. Okay. He was selling these snacks in school. The report states that he had a small snack empire. So he was selling these little snacks, drinks, chips, I don't know, candies, whatever at school. And he was making close to 230 British pounds a day. That is the equivalent to about 7 million VND a day. 7 million Vietnamese dong a day. He had 11 employees working for him at 3 different schools. So if you're thinking about that, let's say there's 5 days in a week, right? So he is making roughly 35 million in a week. So 35 million in a week, 4 weeks in a month, 140 million VND in a month. You know how much money that is? So that's about 5,500 US dollars a month. There are adults in the world that make less money than that. So, needless to say, he has this really successful business going, but he's also 15 years old. So, I'm going to start with paragraph 2 here. The student claims the idea came to him when a motivational speaker visited his school and inspired him to avoid going down the wrong path. His school, as well as others, have warned students that they may be suspended for attempting to sell snacks on site. So the question is, should we discourage entrepreneurial students from making money at school? What's an entrepreneur? What's an entrepreneur?
It's
No,
like
what do you think?
it's like
Okay.
business thing.
But well, it is, but an entrepreneur is a person who started their own business. So if you so this boy, he started his own business. He started selling the snacks at school. It grew. He had employees. He moved on to other schools, right? But he started the business. Okay. So then again, so then the question becomes, should we stop? Should we discourage or not want people to not want students to start their own businesses making money at school? So let's see what some different perspectives are. So here's someone who thinks that we should encourage students to be entrepreneurs, right? I think it's absolutely brilliant that students have figured out a way to make money and run their own little businesses within school. This shows dedication, expertise, and real-world knowledge. Schools should encourage students like this instead of shutting them down and suspending them. Here is the other opinion. Students shouldn't be allowed to sell snacks on site at all. Firstly, many of the snacks sold are incredibly unhealthy, and schools have a responsibility to provide healthy meals to students. Secondly, there is a legal question. Tax isn't being paid on what's being bought and sold. And that puts the school in a difficult place. So the big question again is, should students be allowed to sell snacks at school? All right. So, sorry, my dogs are gonna bark for a second. There's somebody at my house. So here is our motion. We know that what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna use the Zoom function to tell us about breakout rooms. So in breakout room 1, for the agree, is Zong, Ang, Ming, Yu, and Kong. I know that some of you were not here, but the others can you can kind of see what happens or how this works. Room 2. Oh wait, nope, this isn't gonna work. I need to move somebody from room 1. So Kong, you are gonna go to room 2 because this person needs to go. Ugh. Vincent and okay. So can you guys see can you see on the screen the way I've split you up? The agree and disagree? It should be on the Word document. Everybody see that? Yeah? Awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do, quick reminder, not that is not my quick reminder. We are going to look at our speakers, and you'll have to chat with your group, who is going to be, actually, I'm going to switch this a little bit too, because Vincent is by himself. and okay, so within your group that you have, what we are going to do is we are going to figure out who is going to be speaker 1. Okay, so who is going to open for the affirmative proposition for the agree side? So Anne, Ang, Ming, Yu, the 4 of you need to decide the order of the speakers. Okay, and the disagree side is Vincent, Dong, Kong, and Candice. Who is going to be what speaker for each group? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to figure that out. Okay, so you're going to have to chat in your group with your team to figure out who's going to do what.
Sorry, is this WFC or WFTC form?
Neither. We're just doing debate. We're following the debate structures, where we have the opening and we will have the rebuttals, and then we'll have conclusions.
But
we
we have four
go
speakers.
on?
Well, I know because I don't know. We have 4 speakers. Yes, I know.
So
But again, but some of our friends have not been, were not here, so they might not be able to contribute because they're not, they haven't prepared anything with the topic. So do we know who's gonna go be speaker 1 for the agree side?
and oh no, sorry.
All right, you
Hiếu speaker 1
okay.
and speaker
And
2.
who's gonna be speaker 1 from the disagree side?
Me, Candice.
Okay. So you're Candy, you're gonna be speaker 1, Candice?
Yeah.
Okay. Speaker 2 for the agree side, I have Anne, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, how about speaker 2 for the disagree side?
It's me, teacher. And speaker 2.
And speaker 3? Oh my goodness.
Me. I'm third speaker.
All right, and for the disagree side?
Vincent will be speaker 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do, just a refresher, is the speaker 1 is going to, for the affirmative side, so again, that's going to, you're gonna open the debate, define the motion, should students be allowed to sell snacks at school? And then develop 2 or 3 points. You don't have, since you're opening, you don't have anybody to rebut or any rebuttal that you're gonna form because you're opening. And then Candies, you are the opposition, okay? You are listening to what you says and you're looking for a specific rebuttal that you can give for something, like you was supposed to give 2 or 3 points, try to pick one of those and have a rebuttal for it. And then you're going to give 2 or 3 of your own points. Okay? Then we move on to the rebuttals. We are going to, for the second person, second speaker, so Anne, you're going to kind of remind us what you said. Listen to see what Candy said and see if there is some sort of rebuttal that you can form. And then you're going to introduce your points. For the second speaker for the opposition, which is Kong, you are going to recap what your teammates have said. Try to find a rebuttal. Give some more points for the 2 or 3 of your points, and that format is going to continue until we get through everybody, so everyone has had a chance to kind of speak and say something. Okay? Yeah, last class we looked at the rebuttal video, correct? Oh. Did we look at this video, Kong, last class? Uh-oh. Some of my friends are frozen. Oh no. Okay. So then let's go ahead and get started. Today, after we go through this, we're going to spend a little bit of time looking at our closings. Okay. And we'll start kind of shifting and adding those in some more as well. So hopefully, because I think I've lost a few people. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right, can you get us started?
Uh, good, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today to discuss the topic of whether students should be allowed to sell snack at school. My team has 4 people, Ban, Anh, An, and me. Uh, As we all know, schools is a busy, stressful environment, and for many students, having access to a convenient and affordable snack can make a big difference in their ability to focus and stay energized through a school is a great idea. Student entrepreneurship. Firstly, allowing students to sell snacks at school can be an excellent way to foster uh, by giving students the opportunity to run their own snack stands or bake sales. We can help them develop important skills such as business marketing and financial management. This can not only benefit in the individual student, but also a positive impact on the school community as a whole. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Candice.
Sorry, can I have 1 minute to define emotion, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
I will begin my speech in 3, 2, 1, go. And greeting the judges, the audience, and the opponent team. My name is Candice, and I am the first speaker from the opposition team. And as the speaker from the opposition team, I strongly disagree with the motion today. Should students should be allowed to sell snack at school. First, I would like to define the motion. Student is the one who are in the age of learning, and there are enough measures. And for snacks, snack is the food that contains like fats and like unhealthy ingredients. And last, school. School is an environment that environment that they are learning. Now, I would like to rebut the first speakers from the applications team. He said that, and if students be allowed to sell snacks at school, they can develop important skills, for example, marketing, business, but this is the age when students they are learning. They need to focus on learning, and when they grow up, for example, if they are in college or in university, they can learn like learn about business. And because there are many universities that teach them about business. Now, I would like to jump on my main agreement. Firstly, the promotions of unhealthy eating habitats. Because when students are given the opportunity to sell snacks at schools, there is a risk of promoting the consumption of unhealthy food and beverage. And many commercial 30, available snacks sold by students may be high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats, and contributing to poor dietary habits among students, and encouraging the regular consumptions of such snacks and can lead to negative health outcomes, including obesity, diabetes, and other diet-related illness. Schools have a responsibility to prioritize, prioritize,
Prioritize.
pri-
Prioritize.
prioritize the health and well-being of the students, and by promoting nutritious food choice
Nutritious.
nutritious food choice and discouraging the availabilities of unhealthy snacks on campus. Thank you for listening.
I didn't hear that last part.
Sorry, can you say again?
I didn't hear the last part. Can you repeat the last sentence?
I say that thank you for listening.
Okay. I thought that's what I couldn't tell. All right. Thank you. Okay. We are now on the rebuttal side. Okay. So the second speaker from the agree team, the proposition, that is Anne.
Yes. So, well, I think that the points that my partners have mentioned above is like, besides some skills such as budgeting, marketing, or sales, so the students can also learn some hands-on experience that are really necessary for them in the future. And I think that the opposition's points that she mentioned that there may be some concerns about the quality of the food. Yes, I think there are some schools can have restrictions and regulations to ensure that the snacks which are being sold meet the nutritional standards. Like they have to check the origin or if they are hygiene or not. So, so I also have another point is that by selling snack, it is more convenient for these other students, as sometimes the school cafeterias may not available, and so students can provide various kinds of snacks to those who are in need. And for example, by selling snacks, they can help the other students like save a lot of time. Yeah, they don't have to wait for a long time in the cafeteria lines. Yes, that's all.
Okay. So second speaker, Kong.
Yeah, can you give me some time?
Okay. How much time do you need?
About just a minute.
Sorry, Miss Claire. Oh, can I ask a little bit?
I can't understand you. Can you say it one more time?
Could we POI?
Is everybody comfortable with that? I have no problem with it, but I'm not sure if everybody else is comfortable with that.
I will chat in the chat box.
Oh, okay. Can you be ready in about 1 more minute?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Where are you? I just got your message, Kong. I know you're having internet trouble. Okay. All right, are you ready? I responded.
Yes,
Are you
I
ready?
agree, teacher.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Thank you guys for being patient for a minute. Go ahead, Kong.
So my first speaker said that snacks are unhealthy and that the school has a responsibility to ensure the health of students. And yes, that is correct. And I will add some good reasons that students should not be allowed to sell snacks at school.
Uh-oh, are you frozen again, Kong? Oh, no. Uh-oh, guys. I think he is frozen. And now we lost him. Okay. Okay, he's back. Maybe.
Yeah, I just
Uh-oh.
got.
There he is. Okay. Yes. All right, let's try again.
So my first speaker main points that snacks are unhealthy and the school has a responsibility to ensure the health of students. It is correct, and I will add some more important reasons that students should not be allowed to sell snacks at school.
Okay.
So selling snacks at school can be distract students from learning. Allowing students to sell snacks at school can create significant distractions. Students may spend more time focusing on the snack sales than the classes. And there's and about fairness and equality issues. Allowing students to sell snacks can lead to fairness issues. Not all students may have the same resources and opportunities to participate in selling snacks, which can create inequalities. Some
Okay.
students may have more access to better products or more support, leading to uneven playing field. This can result in social divisions. And yes, that's all I have to add. Thank you for
Okay.
listening.
All right. So we are at speaker 3.
Okay. My speech will start in 3, 2, 1. As the first speaker of the opposition team have an argument about nowadays students need to focus on learning more and selling or like distracting, and we can have the that in the future. But as I know, nowadays many schools already let the students have their own business in school, which means they're prioritizing the real experience skills such as marketing, selling food for future. And the first speaker also said about the unhealthiness. I want to rebut that. So school can promote a healthy snack options, like school can implement good like encourage or require students sell healthier snack option by setting a rules about what can be sold, or such as limiting sugary or processing food. School can ensure that the snack available or nutrient, and by this the school can also like educate students about like nutrient and importance of making healthy choice for the future. And as our speaker want to talk about, when school, like imagine you're learning at school, you're stressful, and you come to cafe, you have 5 to 10 minute break, you come to cafeteria, right? And the queue are long, and you have to, it takes so much time, and even you are late for class just to have a snack, just to buy a snack. So so just imagine that it is even more like inconvenient for student, right? So
Inconvenient,
yeah,
inconvenient.
inconvenient for student, right? So by this we can see the benefit of letting student sell some products, so we can so it would take less time for us to wait to have. And as there's second speaker just repeat about unhealthy things and distraction about learning, as I have rebut, so I will skip that. And also I want to add to the first speaker argument, which is allowing students to sell snack at school, promoting like business skill. It give students a chance to learn valuable business skill, and such as budgeting, marketing, and customer service, which can beneficial uh, to their future career. And by managing just a small snack selling business, student can gain practice experience in handling money or making decision and understanding the basic of supply and demand. Yeah, that is all.
Alright. Thank you. And speaker 3, Vincent.
And first, I want to rebuttal that he said that s- instead of we go to the cafeteria for to eat, we can just have a quick snack, and like that save us a lot of time. But like I think like the school is like the school already provides with like enough time to like in my school there is after the a class there is like I don't know why he say that then not there might not be enough time for us to eat, so like have, having a snack like, because I think it's school already provide us enough time to eat, and like secondly eating snack mean that uh, in the in the meal like lunch we like on we are all already full because we a lot of snacks, so like we don't uh, we um
in the meal, like we always be my before and cannot eat the meal because like we eat a lot of snack which can lead to like unbalance unbalance of nutrition and
Mhm.
and if we don't eat all of our meal, like the meal will just be waste and like that's waste of food.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
No? All right, thank you, Vincent. All right, so now we are on speaker 4, Ming.
Vincent say that school student will have the enough time to like eat food, but so some case like wake up so late so they cannot have the like the the food to eat, so they need to go in school to fast. So snack will be the good choose for them to like eat and drink. Summarize my team opinion that don't we don't need the long time to like go out and buy some food. Um, so if you go out and buy some food, you will like waste your time to do the another uh jobs that good for you, and selling snack can making money. So um uh so um selling food in school is not bad because it can help us and everyone if they do not have the financial thinking from before. In the future they may have like the options such at how to invite the people to like go in their shop and like buy the item. um Second, they can earn a lot of spending money for themselves and the parent in the very near future. We see that people with the future have a financial thinking, childhood, staying to selling case or bottle of water will help them to like success in the future. That's all.
Okay. All right, and then speaker 4, Zong.
I didn't hear properly what Ming said.
That's okay. What about anybody else? You don't have to you don't have to have a rebuttal just for him. Anything that the group said. There were 3 other speakers.
No, I don't have any rebuttal.
Okay, do you have anything to add for your group, Zong?
Uh, so when the school doesn't ban selling snacks, students could eventually take advantages, or even other people could bribe students to sell illegal stuff, hiding under the candy's wrapper. This have been very popular in the last few years in Vietnam and in some Southeast Asian countries, and the students. Yeah, that's all I found.
That's a good piece of information there, Ming. All right. There's anything else?
No.
All right. Anybody have anything they want to add? Like I know, Candy, were asking about POI, and actually, Ang, you had asked before about POI, but none of that happened. So in this in this debate, but so then my question is, because again, Ang, you were the only one who asked about it before, and now Candice is asking about it as well. Do all of you know what that is? I've asked a question that requires an answer. Does everybody know what that is? Well, Kang, I am sure you do, Ang, because you asked about it before, and I assume you do as well, Candice, because you asked about it before. But how about Vincent and you and Anne? Do you guys know what that is?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Everybody knows what that is. Vincent, you guys know how it works. That's another question. So there's a difference between saying, oh, I know POI and it stands for point of information. There's another difference in understanding the dynamics of how you do that in a debate. Does everybody know? Is there anybody who does not know?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay. Ang, do you want to explain it? Because you brought it up first. And you can also probably clarify in Vietnamese if they're still confused. So why don't you explain it? And if they're still unclear, then you can explain it in Vietnamese for them.
POI is is point of information. So in a debate, POI is like a brief interjection made by a speaker from the opposition team during a speech. So it usually involves asking a question or making a quick point to challenge the other team speaker to the other speaker argument. And POI, you can refuse a POI if you are not like comfort with that. Okay.
Does that make sense? So for example, if you were presenting, okay, you were given your information, Ang can say points of information and kind of you then have the right to say okay or say no. Right. But the key word is brief. It is supposed to be a very short interjection. Ang is not supposed to then turn around and talk for 2 or 3 minutes. It's a brief, quick thing. But again, if you are not comfortable or the speaker at that point in time is not comfortable, you can say no. Does that make sense? You got it? Okay, everybody's clear on point of information, and we don't have, again, we can start doing them. If everybody now is clear with it and understands how it works, but like the important thing is if you don't, you can say no. You can refute it. Well, not refute it. You can refuse. You can say no. All right. Any questions?
No.
No?
No.
All right. All right. So, okay, good job, guys. And I applaud our new friends who really came not knowing what our topic is, and not really knowing what is going on. You guys did a great job. We only have 10 quick minutes left. I was going to go into the closing, and what a formal closing of a debate looks like. And so let me kind of share the screen with you again. We only have a few minutes, so we're going to do this pretty quickly, but you guys are pretty familiar with debating. And so the closing is kind of what we call like the last word, right? Just like you do with your writing and you have like your closing paragraph. And you know, and you kind of do the same thing in a debate where you sort of give your summary, you kind of restate your main points, and would kind of like wrap up and end your presentation, right? And so here, let me see if this will play. I might have to. Now my button is gone. All right. My button is gone to show how you kind of close a debate. But does anybody have any questions about what a closing should look like, or how you should wrap up or end your debate? I had a great video, but it's not going to play. So again, think about it. I like to, because I do believe that reading, writing, speaking, all of this is actually very, very closely related. You guys are all older students, so like you're doing writing and you're doing closings in your writing. It's kind of like your summary. You're bringing everything together. You're restating your main points, and you're rounding out or ending your debate. Okay. When you know, next round, or not next round, but our next class, we will have a speaker 4 kind of roll that into your closing, because again, by the time we get to because there were 4 of you, by the time we got to the 4th person, there really wasn't much left to say. Right, so the 4th person can kind of start working on collecting all the main points that all of our teammates said, kind of restating them and bringing things to a close. All right, and then you can try to roll in some POIs, especially those of you like Candy and Ang. You two were really asking about them, so I think it would be great if in the next debate for our friends who aren't really comfortable or sure how that works, maybe you can give a demonstration or 2. Candy, I don't know what all of your different balloons and facial expressions and stuff mean. But if you two want to try to make a point to do that in class, it might be helpful to some of our friends who aren't as familiar with it. So, all right, we're going to start introducing what our next bit is going to be about. Can you tell me, do any of your schools have cell phone policies? Yeah. What's your cell phone policy at your school? Are you allowed to have them? Do you have to turn them in? What is, if they're out, does the teacher take them? Are you actually allowed to use
Yes,
them
we have to
during
turn
lessons?
them in.
You have to turn them in when you get to school?
Yes.
No.
No. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. But, well, actually not some. The only 2 people are answering me. There are 8 of you in this class. What are your cell phone policies at school, Anne?
We have to turn off the notification thing. And
Okay.
if the teacher heard like any message or calling or using phone without the teacher permission, the teacher will confiscate it.
Okay. And what's your cell phone policy at your school?
I think it's quite like comfortable. We just have to turn off the notifications.
But you don't have, it doesn't have to be like often in your backpack or anything. You just have
I
to.
think so. Some of my friends can they can use it. I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Vincent, what's your cell phone policy at school?
Don't use device when the teacher don't allow. Uh,
Okay. You, what's your cell phone policy?
Uh, shut down the phone when in class.
Okay, interesting. We have a no personal device policy at my school. So similar to Ang's, students are not allowed to have their personal devices on them at school. If they bring them to school, they have to turn them in, and then they can collect them at the end of the day. So it's interesting to kind of see that even each of you in here kind of your school, and even Anne, she's like, well, some of my friends can use their phones, some of them can't. There's lots of different schools seem to have different policies. But it is becoming a bigger and bigger debate among school, not debate, but topic of conversation among administrators at school. Because at least in the US, there's no like mandatory policy anywhere. It's left up to the individual schools to determine what they want to do. So it, of course, is, lots of schools talking to each other saying, what are you doing? Well, what are you doing? And what are you doing? And it's become a pretty serious issue for a lot of schools, and a lot of people have various opinions as to whether or not schools should ban cell phones. What does the word ban mean?
Like I don't know how to describe.
Ban is like stopping anything, stopping things. For example, like more mobile phones cannot be used in school because we be banned.
Right, banned means you are not allowed, period. So you are not allowed to have your phone at school. So it has become a big question as to, and there are parents who are on both sides of it. There are parents who consider it a safety thing that their kids need to have their phones because for safety. And then there's the school side that says your kid is in school. We're responsible. We have phones. If your kid needs to call you or you need to reach your kid, you can call the school. Your kid can use the school phone. So there's lots of different sides to this. And so again, this is the big question, but banned. So I want you to remember that the word man means no phones at school, period. Not just turn off your notifications. You're not going to have your phone in your pockets. You're not going to have it anywhere accessible to you. So that is the big question. So for homework, you're going to do similar to what you did for the topic that we just did about selling snacks at school. So you are going to kind of try to think ahead and prepare some different reasons why schools should ban phones. So if you were on the proposition side, what might you say? And if you were on the opposition side, what might you say? And when we have a class, our next class is on Tuesday. We will do something similar for those of you who are new to the format that we did today, where you will just be put in groups. You'll have to decide the orders of your speakers. Speaker 4 will start to work on the conclusion, and we will try to start rolling in some POI stuff into the debates on Tuesday. So maybe we'll do a little brief lesson on what that looks like too. And then Candy and Ang, I'm going to ask you to try to make that a big point in the middle of the debate for you to be conscious of, to look for a spot where you can really try to interject and give a POI and see what happens. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions about any of it? Anything we did today?
No.
No? All right. Well, I will see you guys on Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. All right. And if you're starting school on Monday, because I know some schools are starting on Monday, I hope you have a great first day of school. But I will see you on Tuesday. Okay. Night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good.
Guys.
Bye.